In this guitar lesson, I'm going to teach you to play To Ramona by Bob Dylan. Now, this is a song with a very poetic, evocative, tender, but also quite challenging lyric. It's in waltz time, and it's a great song to learn in order to develop the ability to strum your guitar really softly. So, let's get started. Here's a demo of the first two lines of the song.
Ramona, come closer, shut softly your watery eyes. The pangs of your sadness shall pass as your senses will rise.
Okay, let's look at how to play that part then. To Ramona is in 3/4 time, it's in the key of C, and the first chord is C major. Now, there's a couple of things you've got to bear in mind if you want to get a similar feel to the Dylan version. The first thing is, most of the time you're going to only play 3 strings at any given time. And in the case of this chord of C you start with, it's strings 5, 4 and 3. Like that, okay? The second one is play softly, hold your pick lightly in your hand and play softly. You need a very soft feel for this song. So the intro goes like this. And then you start singing Ramona, okay? Now, the timing of that is 1, 2, pause, 1, 2, 3, 1, ra, and then the M, or the moan syllable of Ramona, comes on the first beat of the next bar, and that's where you start playing. And so it's 1, 2, pause, 1, 2, 3, 1. Ramona, come closer, shut softly your watery. Now, I'm focusing on those 3 strings, 5, 4 and 3 there. Remember, it's in 3/4, so we're playing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And there's a slight emphasis on the first beat of the bar. Okay, only very slight, very subtle. Just downstrokes there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ramona, come closer, shut softly our watery. Now, in the word eyes, we're going to change chord. Now, the chord that we're sort of going to play is G major, but again, we're only going to play 3 strings, and the 3 strings we're going to play are strings 4, 3 and 2, and they're all open in the chord of G major. So in fact, it doesn't really matter whether your left hand's on or not at this stage. Okay, so we're on the word eyes, we're changing to that G major, and again we're going to play 3 strings, strings 4, 3 and 2. So we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 1, pause, 3. Now, we're going to put our middle finger, can be any finger really, but let's say it's your middle finger, on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Okay, that's our next chord. Now, remember, this is paced around a G chord, and this is basically a G6, because it's a G with an E in it. Now, it's a strange G6, it's inverted. The E's at the bottom there on these three notes we're playing, but basically a kind of a G6. So let me play you from the start of the singing, starting on the C and then up to G and then G6. Ramona, come closer, shut softly your watery eyes. And then C, G6. And our next move is we're going to go to a G7. Now, to do that, put your ring finger on 4th string, 3rd fret. Again, it's an inverted form of G7. So we've got this like that. Eyes. Now we stay on that inverted G7 now. The pangs of your sadness shall pass as your senses. Now, on the word will rise, you're going to go back to G6. So just take your ring finger off 4th string, 3rd fret, middle finger back on 4th string, 2nd fret. Rise. So let's play that bit. The pangs of your sadness shall pass as your senses will. And then with the word rise, we're going to go back to C major. Rise. Okay, so we get back to C major on the word rise, and we're going to play this. Rise. Okay, so let's look at that. So we're going to play 3 downstrokes on those 3 strings, 5, 4 and 3 on the C major. Now we're going to put a little finger on the 4-string 3rd fret, which is going to be a C sus4, and then 3 beats on that. So we've got rise. Take your little finger off to go back to a C. Now you want to finger a C over G at this point actually. So now you're going to play this. Now to play that you're playing down, down from the 5th string, then down from the 5th string, up from the 4th string or so, maybe the 3rd string, and then play the 6th string, and then 5th, 4th, 3rd strings. So you've got this. Okay, so let me play you the whole of those first 2 lines that they're singing. Ramona, come closer, shed softly your watery eyes. The pangs of your sadness shall pass as your passions will rise. Okay, now let's look at the next couple of lines. Now the next part of this song has the lyric, the flowers of the city, though breath-like, get death-like sometimes. And that begins on an F chord. Let me demo it for you. The flowers of the city, though breath-like, get death-like sometimes. Okay. All right, so let's look at how to play that then. So we start on an F chord. You can do a bar F if you want, or I quite often use my thumb to play that 6th string at the 1st fret and play an F like that. It doesn't really matter. You can catch a bit of the 6th string, but again, you want to focus on those 3 strings, strings 4, 3 and 2. The flowers of the city, though breath like a death like some. Remember, you're playing in groups of 3 notes, okay? Bars, in other words, of 3, 4, and remember to emphasize the first beat in every bar. The flowers of the city, though breath like a death like some. Now you're going to go to a G major. Now this time I would put your ring finger on the 6th string, 6th fret. I think you can catch a bit of that 6th string when you start playing this G major like that. But you don't want the A string to ring out. You're going to use your middle finger to get the G6, so you don't particularly want to put your middle finger on the 5th string at the moment. What I tend to do is just quite naturally actually, my ring finger there fretting the 6th string, but it's at an angle and it's actually also damping the 5th string, which is what I want. Okay, so I'm catching a bit of the 6th string, but I'm also damping the 5th string with my ring finger there. So we've got this. Now we're going to go to our G6 again by putting our middle finger on 4th string, 2nd fret, a bar on there. 1, 2, 3. Next we're going to put our little finger on the 4th string, 3rd fret to get our G7 chord. Now we're going to play 3 bars on that G7 chord, 3 groups of 3 beats. They'll sound like this. Okay, so what I'm playing there is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So there's an up on the and before the first beat of the last of those 3 bars, all right? So let me just play that again for you. The flowers of the city, though breath like a death like sometimes. So the last bit of the verse has the lyric, and there's no point in trying to deal with the dying, though I cannot explain that in lines. Now this starts on our G7 chord. Let me Let me demo it for you. And there's no use in trying to deal with the dying, though I cannot explain that in lines. Okay, so let's look at how to play that then. It's actually fairly straightforward. So we start on that G7. There, remember, you're mainly playing those 3 strings, 4, 3 and 2. And you're just going to play again groups of 3 notes. And there's no use in trying to deal with the dying, though I cannot explain that in. And then on the word lines, you're going to go to C major. You resolve to C major. Lines. And there might be a bit of alternation going on there between the 5th string and the 4th string and the 3rd string. So 4 and then the 4th and 3rd together. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A little bit of that to that perhaps. Bob Dylan's very well known for never playing a song exactly the same way twice. He's very much a feel player. He's not interested in reproducing exactly the same performance over and over and over again. And you can even see that within a song. So within the verses of To Ramona, you'll see there's some variations on what he does and how he does them. And I'm going to show you a few of those variations in a minute, and you can then put some of them into your own playing, make up variations of your own, whatever. Just before I do that, let me say, if you've been enjoying this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, because then you'll be notified about all of the future videos that I publish. And also, please join as a member. It's cheap to do that. It supports the channel, and you get special early access to all of my guitar lessons as well. Okay then, let's look at some of those variations next. Now, one thing that I think you can hear going on in the song sometimes is an alternation on the C chord between a 5th string bass and a 6th string bass. And to do that, you need to play the C as a C over G. So you've got your ring finger there on 6th string 3rd fret for that 6th string bass. Now, it doesn't happen consistently. It doesn't happen at the start of the song. It's not all the way through any particular verse, but I think that alternation is there sometimes. I've heard you say many times that you're better than no one, and no one is better than that kind of thing. So that's something you can throw in. Also, rather than just playing down, 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 you can throw in some upstrokes on some of the ands. So you can play. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And he quite often does this before the first beat of the bar or after the last beat of the bar, same difference. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So on that and after the 3 or before the 1, there's an upstroke. And he'll just do that occasionally to vary things and change things up a bit. Also, there are some hammer-ons. So when he's moving up from that G to the G6 to the G7, sometimes he's hammering the G6 on like that. So hammering the middle finger onto 4th string 2nd fret. So this kind of effect you'll get. So that's another thing you can try.